one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go from one notorious game to another. New England and Indianapolis. The last time these two teams met, one word for you people: Deflategate. Andrew Luck is 0-4 against Tom Brady. New England is favored by 7.5 points. Skip, what do you make of this spread?
Stephen A. Smith, you're going to be surprised, possibly, by my answer here. I think it's too high in favor of the New England Patriots. And I know many, many people out there right now are scoffing at me, if not laughing out loud at me. This is the classic trap spread, which leads to trap game. This is the classic case of everybody says syndrome. When everybody says this is going to happen, when everybody believes that the Patriots will embarrass once again Andrew Luck and company on their home field, the opposite happens. We've done it a couple of games already this year. Eagles at Jets. Remember, I said everybody is saying that the Jets are going to embarrass the Eagles, if not take Sam Bradford out. And you know what happened. So in this case, I'm not predicting an upset here. I'm still saying that New England will win the game. But I'm going to say it's going to be closer at this moment, reserving the right to change. It's only Tuesday. But I'm going to say it's much closer than the 7.5-point spread, and here's why. 1 year ago in Indianapolis, it was a little bit later in the season, on a Sunday night also, the Colts that you have picked to go to this year's Super Bowl, they were favored by 3 against Brady and company. So now they're underdogs by 7.5, so it's a 10.5-point swing all the way over to Brady and company. Why? Well, obviously Andrew Luck is fighting a banged-up shoulder, and we're not sure what the deal is, but he supposedly practiced, full participant in practice, so I'm going to guess or bet Andrew Luck is going to play, and I think he'll be capable of playing on Sunday night at home. So we look at everybody is saying that this is Tom Brady on a 2007 memorial mission to get even with the National Football League. This is Tom Brady on a mission, Psycho Tom, to deflate every opponent by a run-it-up score. And he's tried to, we saw it against Jacksonville, he got to 51. I think he was trying to run it up against Dallas, and he just couldn't. But they did get to 30. They've been averaging 40. And you would think that with an average score of those 4 games that Andrew Luck has lost to Tom Brady, the average score has been 47-18. The odds would tell you this is going to be another 47-18 game. But then I look at Andrew Luck, and even though I call him a turnover machine because he has 8 total turnovers in the 3 games that he's played, obviously Hasselbeck came in and saved the day for them with 2 narrow wins, obviously, against Jacksonville and pulling out at Houston. And they're 3-2, so they're still barely afloat. Andrew Luck is coming back. All of his weapons, to my knowledge, are pretty much intact now. T.Y. Hilton, Moncrief, Fleener, Andre Johnson finally had a rise and shine game at Houston, had 2 touchdown catches. The defense is okay. It's not terrible. They're tied for 18th in points allowed, so they're not like the worst defense. They're just kind of a middle-of-the-pack defense. Right. And, again, it's a team that a whole lot of people other than you like to get to the Super Bowl. So I'm saying 7.5-point favorites are the Patriots on the road at Indy just because of past history and what we think Tom Brady is doing to the NFL. It's just too many. The Colts are still too good. They're still a pretty good football team with an occasionally very good quarterback who just hasn't cleaned up his act yet.
Well, you know what? I appreciate your sincerity. This beautiful Academy Award-winning performance that you're putting forth. It's a beautiful thing to see.
It's extremely convincing.
I will appreciate.
And 100%
I don't appreciate the fact that you did not inform me when you went to Hollywood to take acting classes, because this is a beautiful, beautiful thing to see here. You're trying to act like you are actually concerned, that you actually really believe the game is going to be close, when you and your heart of hearts have been waiting for this game for months, because you primarily blamed the Indianapolis Colts along with Roger Goodell for all the things that transpired. But suddenly, as the game approaches, this is the classic game, Stephen. No, it is a beautiful. I know this man. It is a beautiful, beautiful acting performance because, well, whatever. This is what the guy is doing. Skip is sitting back and he's saying, we're going to get him. We're going to get him. You know, how dare they do this to us? They tried to sit there and take the season away from Tom Brady. Go Go get them. Make them pay. That's what Skip Bayless is doing. But on national TV in front of everybody, he has to give the impression, I'm very, very concerned. I think this game is going to be far closer than anybody thinks. Don't you all be fooled. So then when New England blows them out Monday, hey, I said it was going to be close, but in my heart of hearts, I knew that Tom Brady was going to make them pay. That's all Skip's doing here. Don't even fall for it. Here's the deal. 7.5-point favorite, Skip Bayless. 7.5-point favorite, Skip. I got news for you. That's not a blowout. You trying to tell me it's not conceivable that the New England Patriots can win 28-20? They'd still cover. So I don't think it's too large of a number at all. That's not a blowout to me. So when you've got a 7.5, if you're 7.5-point favorites, I don't consider that to be that big of a deal, because I think that's something that New England can and will easily cover. Now, do I think that it will be a blowout? Here's the only reason why I will subscribe to your phony position, which is authentic on my part. The fact that you've got a Frank Gore averaging, the fact that you have a Frank Gore averaging 4.3 yards a carry.
That's pretty good.
And he's very experienced, and he's got a lot of guts.
Okay.
And you're going up against a New England defense.
Yeah,
you understand that you can run on them.
Sure.
You can run on them. So that's an issue. So that's an issue in Indianapolis' favor.
Keep going.
When I look at the Indianapolis Colts wide receivers, it's T.Y. Hill averaging 10 receptions a game. It's Dante Moncrief averaging more than 7 receptions a game. It's Andre Johnson, even though he just had 7 of his 27 receptions last week against Houston. He's got 27. You've got Fleener. He's got it.
Who's Andrew Luck's favorite? Kobe Fleener.
All I'm saying to you is that I can understand anyone who makes the argument that it's going to be close. Here's why I think the Patriots are going to win by a minimum of 14 points. A minimum of 14 points. I'm looking at it from this perspective. It's not about the existence of Deflategate, the fact that it happened. It's not even about the fact that the Colts were the quote-unquote rats, to use your word.
Or we can call them whistleblowers.
Whistleblowers, whatever.
Yep.
What really,
I like rats.
What really resonates with me is the reality that that's all anybody's going to be talking about this week leading up to the game. It's one thing if it was the past and you're just talking about a football game, but the fact that everyone is going to be talking about this, and that's all they're going to be talking about leading into Sunday's game, that to me is when Tom Brady is at his greatest. That to me is when, now if you talk about Tom Brady, well, your team is a juggernaut and you're the #1 passing offense in the NFL, and you're going to do this and you're going to do that. That's entirely different. You can get to Tom Brady then. But when you annoy him because you have villainized him all week long, and you are the primary target, you are the cause of this, you are the instigator of this, and he has an opportunity to go up against you, it's another ball game. Perfect example, Skip Bayless. It's not a perfect example, but I'm just going to crystallize it. You remember how you keep pointing out what Tom Brady did to that cornerback from the Steelers years ago when he was chirping about Tom Brady? Smith, right? He didn't do that about Hardy. Do you know why he didn't do that about Hardy? Because even if you rip the defense to shreds, the fact that Hardy could hit you and he doesn't have to really contend with you is why it makes no sense to go at Hardy. Because I'm the quarterback, I'm defenseless, I'm back there looking to throw the ball, and this guy has just open season at me because my offensive line can't block him. Well, that's not somebody. But if Hardy had been a cornerback, it would have been a different story. It would have been a different story. So I'm looking at the Colts, and I'm saying, okay, I look at these guys, I look at the Patriots, I think they rank like 20th against the run defensively. I think Gore and those boys are going to be able to run. I think the combination of T.Y. Hill with Andre Johnson and those boys, the experience is going to help you. But ultimately, in the end, you have a Colts defense that I don't believe is going to have an answer for what the Patriots are going to throw at them, while the Patriots defense is opportunistic, fully capable of making plays at the most opportune times, and I think the combination of those two things will have the game close for a little while, but I think ultimately they pull away, and I think the Patriots are going to win this game along the lines of 40-21.
40-21 by 19 points.
But that's what I'm predicting, but I'm saying it's a minimum of 14.
I'm having a hard time here. Aren't we still talking about Andrew Luck, Luck first ballot Hall of Famer? You've told me again and again, you've beaten me down with the fact that he's already a superstar.
How many seasons have Tom Brady played?
I don't care. We're talking about Andrew Luck.
What I'm saying to you is that Andrew Luck is in his fourth year.
Yep.
I believe he's going to have a career spanning 18 to 20 years.
How long is the honeymoon? 7 years? 8 years?
I don't call it a
years?
honeymoon.
Maybe 10. Maybe he needs double digits, and then we'll start saying, maybe we should evaluate him more carefully.
I don't call it a honeymoon when I was just on the record last week saying that it was a poor performance, a couple of weeks ago by him. He hasn't looked like himself, and he needs to stop turning the damn ball over. I've said that. We all know that Andrew Luck can play better, that he was turning the ball over entirely too much, that he was hurting his team, and that Matt Hasselbeck has looked good as his replacement, even though there is no quarterback controversy like some people I know would bring up.
Who would?
Okay, you. So the point is
I'd be
We
more
also
afraid
don't know if Luck is completely healthy.
Say what?
We also don't know if Luck is completely healthy.
I don't know
Wait,
what he's going
if
to play.
Hasselbeck's playing, then I think the Colts should be favored in this game. But that's
Stop
just me.
it.
Go ahead. Keep
Stop
talking.
it.
You know what? Listen, when you're joking,
have some conviction.
When you're joking
of
with
backing
America,
Andrew Luck.
you need to
Andrew
say
Luck
that
is
you're
your guy.
joking.
You need
okay?
to say,
we can't tell that you're joking.
They looked way better with Matt Hasselbeck. They turned it over 0 in 2 straight games.
So what?
He has
just
no
because
turnovers.
just because they look better with Matt Hasselbeck over 2 games doesn't make him a better quarterback than Andrew Luck.
I want you to back this man with some conviction.
Well, I think that Andrew Luck.
So you're telling me he's going to lose again, 40-21, with he's lost by an average score of 47 to 18?
I wouldn't be surprised. I still expect them to make the playoffs, and I still expect Andrew Luck, when all is said and done, when I probably ain't gonna have any more here, and I'm gonna be close to 60. Andrew Luck would have been in the league 12 to 15 years, and he'll be en route to a Hall of Fame career, and obviously he will have a Super Bowl championship by that time as well, as long as Grigson and those boys start getting the right pieces around them.
Okay, who sat right here in this chair on a football Friday and said, I think the Eagles are going to go to the Jets and upset them? Who said that?
That was you.
That was me. Thank you very much. And that was way against the grain. That's a laughable pick. Am I right? I'm sitting here now, not saying that the Colts are going to win, but I kind of like the Colts plus 7.5 at home. With your pride on the line, you've been embarrassed by this team. You've been humiliated by this team 4 straight times. And Andrew Luck will finally walk into a football game with 0 expectations. He had expectations in the playoff game at Foxborough.
Maybe I've gone too far with the 40, but I firmly believe that the New England Patriots will win this game by at least 14 points.
Okay, you've gone from 19 to 14.
Well, I said 14 first.
All right.
We just don't know what Luck is going to show up. We haven't seen the real Andrew Luck at all this season.
We haven't?
No.
Well, who was that guy at Buffalo in the opener? Who was that guy?
Stop it.
Wait, are you saying that he's just been in a slump, or what are we saying?
He has been in a slump.
Oh, okay.
And he's been banged up.
Well, maybe he'll emerge from a slump this weekend. I don't know.
All right. We'll see.
All right.